On October 16th, we get the biggest update for Ghost of Tsushima ever, with an insane amount of free content for the single player like New Game Plus, and also the brand new Legends multiplayer mode that looks pretty nuts. We got a new trailer, but over on the PlayStation blog, Sony revealed way more about the content that is coming our way, so I want to go over everything in this video. A like would really help the channel out. And let's go. Before we take a look at the brand new Legends footage, I want to go over all the single player updates we can expect on October 16th. And yes, New Game Plus is one of them. So that after finishing the game, you can replay the story and keep all of the techniques, gear and vanity items obtained in the previous playthrough. They also note that the difficulty will be increased, so likely replaying the game on normal will be harder this time around, but you can still at any time change the difficulty in the settings menu. The horse that we saw in the trailer will be available from the start in New Game Plus from the sounds of it, and we should be able to get powerful new charms that we also already saw in action briefly. One has the chance to trigger a lightning strike when doing the Heavenly Strike skill, and we also got the charm of incineration that gives the Way of the Flame skill that you of course also get from a mythic tale, extra damage, and also that the fire will spread to nearby enemies. But in the menu we also see the Ghostly Fury charm that I'm not sure is in the game already, so that could also be a new one that will be added. There will also be new trophies that are separate from the Platinum trophy, so will not impact your progress. And there will be a completely new merchant that wants ghost flowers. So in New Game Plus you can of course do every activity and every tale again, but if you already got the reward from that mission, then you will get a ghost flower instead. And they can bring it to Ariake, where this new vendor with the very cool mask is. And then you can buy new armor dice and other vanity items that you can only get in New Game Plus. We can for example expect a cool dragon type chest and look for the Tadiyori armor, a new color for the Gosaku armor. I really love the new Kensei look. Awesome. And we also have a ghost armor with a new color and a special variant of the Tomoe mask. Or maybe it's also part of the die. Either way, it's a pretty cool combination, and again, this exclusive to the New Game Plus mode. But we also got single player editions that are across the board, so not exclusive to New Game Plus, like a new loadout feature that lets you assign charms and vanity items to armor sets so you can easily switch between them. Yes, please, because right now it takes just too long to do that, so you just stick to one armor loadout. The total playtime will also be added to save files, and they will also add new additions to the photo mode, like we see a new logo here, and this border looks pretty cool too. And you can actually use the photo mode in the new Legends multiplayer as well to make cool pictures with your 4-man team in the cool areas inspired by the Japanese mythology. So we now learned that this will actually be a separate download that you can get from the PlayStation Store after installing this 1.1 update. Of course, you have to own the game to get it, and overall an internet connection and PlayStation Plus is also needed to play. So after you got all of that, you can with Jin in the open world access the mode by visiting Gyosen, the author of the stories of the Legends. But you can also directly go to the Legends mode from the title menu, from the pause menu, or by accepting a friend invite. And man, this mode seems pretty big. So we got the 2-player story missions that take you through the stories of Gyosen about what's really happening in Tsushima. And this part is interesting. When you unlock higher difficulties, you will face new encounters, tougher enemies, bonus objectives, and greater rewards. So replaying these missions should actually be quite different. That sounds pretty cool. The 4-player missions are called survival missions, where you will have to survive waves of enemies. With the longer you survive, the more bonus objectives you complete, the more rewards you will earn. And we actually got an idea of what those rewards will be, with different slots for the katana, the bow, a charm, and also 2 for ghost weapons from the looks of it. And they all have a score that likely indicates their power, and then it combines into your overall power of your character that we then also see in the menu. And we will need top tier gear, Sucker Punch notes for the 4-player raid in Io's realm. So yeah, the boss that we discussed in my previous video where we talked about the art book will be waiting for us here. The raid is an epic 3-part adventure that will require excellent teamwork and communication to overcome. It will be released in the weeks following the launch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends, so if I had to bet, I would say early November. We also got more info about the 4 classes. The mode will start with a short tutorial, and then you choose which class to unlock first. And then as you rank up your class, you are able to unlock other classes. And every class has their own unique ability. For the samurai, it's the Hashiman's Fury that should slash through enemies. And overall, this character is kind of tanky, so health based. Should be easy to stay in the fight. The hunter is obviously focused on ranged attacks, can use explosive arrows, and the Eye of Uchitsune to unleash multiple arrows straight at your enemies' heads. Ronin seems like the support of the group, because the ultimate Breath of Izanami can revive the entire team, which is likely pretty huge in the raid, and this class can also summon a spirited dog that you can pet as well. Okay, pretty cool. And I think that is then likely the alternate ability that you can unlock as you progress according to the block. And classes can also get class-specific charms and ranged weapons. The final class is the Assassin that should be able to do a ton of damage with a single attack. And this character can teleport across the map to directly strike enemies, which sounds pretty awesome. And we see him use like both blades here in the small footage. And the Assassin has some amazing cosmetics. Like, look at all these crazy masks. They are noted as class items, likely implying that every class has their own masks that you can unlock by ranking up. So leveling up the class that you're playing, but also by doing special tills and completing all the hidden chests. So there are likely some things hidden in each level as well. There's one linked to the ultimate ability and also to a survival mission that you have to clear on the gold difficulty without losing a defense area. And if you then do that 3 times, you get this mask. So maybe the difficulties are bronze, silver, and gold. And overall in the survival mode, there should also be a blessing that we can activate to ignite enemies or summon a spirit bear. So that is likely something everyone in your party can do. There's a ton in this free update, and I also like how they call it 1.1, maybe implying that more is on the way. Like, I did not expect to also see a ton of single player stuff with this Legends mode, so I'll take it. Very, very awesome. I can't wait for October 16th. We'll have way more content, of course, covering the mode, the update, and way more. So totally subscribe if you haven't already for all that. A like on the video would really help the channel out. And I want to do the screenshot highlight thing when the new content releases. So we got some new cool screenshots to look at the end of every video. Totally watch my previous video on the Legends modes and the art book that already shows some enemies and more things we can expect. For now, I will speak to you next time and goodbye.